welcome to Yoga Bliss with Shelly. Today's practice is going to be a mountain flow. So allow yourself to just show up exactly as you are. Know this is a practice, not a perfect. Unroll the mat, unpeel the edges, and together let us mountain flow. Welcome back, my friends. Joining me in a standing mountain pose for this mountain flow. So just begin by perhaps shaking out a little bit. Sometimes I know a new practice can invite a lot of nerves or just allow us to actually step into those feelings and emotions. So just let yourself show up and really root yourself into your mat. So really being mindful of those feet inside of the hips, lifting up all of the toes, and slowly and mindfully from the pinky to the ring, to the middle, to the index, and all the way to the big toe, and really rooting down, and just allowing yourself just to draw that long line of energy from the feet all the way up into the core and up into the heart, and perhaps bringing palms, kissing palms to the heart center for just a few moments here to gather ourselves, finding our grounding in our feet as we breathe a long lengthened inhale into the heart center, filling up to the diaphragm, and then letting it go. Bringing that breath long lengthened, allowing it to flow down the throat, this time filling up the upper chest into the diaphragm and all the way into the belly for a three-part breath or a complete yogic breath. You can also use the visualization like you're filling up a glass of water so the water comes in. Fills all the way up full and exhales. I know sometimes when I try too hard to do a certain breath, my air will get trapped. So let it be fluid, and if that doesn't feel good for you, try on something else. So breathing it in, just do 3 more breaths. Get up nice and expansive, let it go. Maybe shake those shoulders down. 2 more big, beautiful breaths here. Letting it go. Bringing that breath all the way into the body. Awesome. And now here in this mountain, let's imagine this big, beautiful mountain. As I live here in the mountains in Estes Park, Colorado, the mountains are everywhere and their energy is huge. So let's inhale. We're going to just raise up our mountains and make them big and strong with the arms flying out to the sides, really zipping up through the tummy and the core. Inhale, you can bring the arms up all the way to the top. You can bring them in Anjali Mudra, resting on the top of the head, really squeezing through the calves, drawing all the way through the inner thighs to the booty, and that pelvic wall, and just zipping it up, really feeling that inner strength. And then we're going to slowly coming down like you're almost like stepping down and you're like relieving pressure on the heel. Now inhale, raising that up, finding that mountain's inner strength, raising it up. Exhale, let's flow it down. Inhale, raising it up. Finding this cultivation of energy from nature. Nature is always such an incredible teacher. It doesn't matter what's happening in the world. Nature's always there. It's always beautiful. It's ever changing. It accepts itself. It's not comparing itself. Awesome work. Let's do 2 more of these. So really tuning in, right? We're on that front pad of the foot, this front pad, and we're raising up. Inhale, flowing it up. Exhale it down. Awesome. And now from here, we're going to flow and we're going to sink into those heels. So really rooting those feet. Exhale to a chair. So really rooting those sit bones down or from the side, right, like this. Sitting down into that chair. This pose is going to look different for everyone, so you can root all the way down. If you want to go really far down, it's up to you. So find your body and find what works for you as we breathe that breath in. An option here, you can make more of like a fist and hold, if that feels good for you today, or you can make that prayer at the heart. Let's pause here. Breathing in, I strong. Exhaling, I am strong. Inhaling, I am focused. Exhaling, I am focused. Using that drishti, that still visual point if you can. Exhale. So from the hips, we're going to twist in the core in the center, twist into that left side. You can rest that elbow here. You can, this move is great. You can make this fist on top to really stretch up the spine here. And breathing that body as we twist here in this chair. Breathing it out. Letting an expansive breath come into this twisted version of yourself. And letting it flow out. Drawing strength from the earth and the mountains. Letting that go. Yes, nice work. Big, beautiful breath here. Letting that go. Meeting me back at center. Pausing for a peaceful moment. Exhale, twisting to that right side. Again, so you can use strength from this left arm, opening it up wide with a fist and stretch, growing that spine up. Peeking if you can to the right. Use that breath to anchor you in. You can grab onto I can do hard things. That's like been my mantra. I can do hard things through this year with the pandemic and homeschooling my kids, writing a book, being a blogger, being a vlogger, all the things. Being a mama and a wife. Big, beautiful breath. Floating back to center. Inhale, floating back up to that mountain. Returning back to your mountain, right? So we're going to start again. From here, from our mountain, right? We're going to really draw strength from that front pad, right? This is the front. In yoga, there's two pads. Front and the heel. Drawing that energy. Inhale. Raising it up. We're going to pick up the pace this time. Exhale. Down and sink. Inhale to rise. We're going to do 5 of these. That's 4, 3, 2. Inhale to raise. Exhale to sink. We'll throw in one more for fun. Exhale. Throw that chair. Awesome work. Put that chair in the middle. And awesome work. We're going to inhale, float up. Now we're going to add in a figure 4. So from this figure 4, it just depends on you and how you work. I really enjoy to really root that right foot into the earth, and now we're going to inhale from that left leg, and you can roll out the ankle a little bit, bring it up high. Exhale, crossing that midsection. So you just want to be leery not to be pressing onto the knee joint. Crossing here and imagining like this invisible wall is coming here. Really find that inner strength and hugging in through the center body, bringing you back to the middle, because I know my body's getting all crazy. Coming to the center, and right, we just did that chair, kind of inviting that seated version. It could be in the cards today for you to just get down, and perhaps it's not. Again, knowing that yoga is a practice, not a perfect. Sometimes splaying the arms out wide like an eagle, right? Because here in the mountains, it was actually this summer, I saw 2 bald eagles soaring across Lake Estes when I was at the park with the kids. And they were beautiful. They were just soaring with their vast wingspan, and they were coming down to the water, and it was beautiful. Finding that inner strength here. Big breath in. Letting that go. Floating, flapping up. Woo! Unhinging for a moment. Maybe shaking it out. Ooh, twisting it out. Woo! Finding your inner strength. Sometimes, right, it's hard work. Okay, so now we're going to root the opposite foot, the left foot, into the earth. We're going to raise that right one. Inhale. You can use that right arm to guide you up and just roll out the ankle for a moment. Exhale. You're kind of doing this like external rotation of the hip as you cross out. So this hip on the top is going to want to go out, and you really want to draw that strength, and you're equal pressing into the thigh as you are with the ankle, and again, just don't press into that knee. So if you're down on that knee, bring that energy up. Find that inner strength zipping up through the core. You can eagle those arms out. Exhale, floating down. Or if you want, you actually could throw in a little eagle arm. We didn't do it on the opposite side, but we We get popping in where we can. I'm really enjoying these eagle arms, so you can do what feels good for you. You can sink down to the sit bones, really rooting that foot down into the earth. Expansive breath in, using your body as your balance, right? These arms, these limbs, like trees on the mountains, they get blown. The wind gets crazy up here. And you have to find your balance. Sinking down, working through the bird. Awesome work. Inhale, floating up. Exhale, unhinging and shaking it out. Awesome work. Whew. Pausing here, meeting you back in that mountain. Maybe you need to just hinge forward for a moment. Stretch out those hip flexors. Yes. Awesome work, my friends. From here, we're going to just take a little free movement. We're going to kind of throw those in together like our own little sequence, right? So we're going to inhale that mountain, floating up high, really activating the energy from the bottoms of the feet to the calves, to the hamstrings and the glutes and the bottom. Like those really tight bottom, and then zipping all the way up. Inhale to rise, exhale to sink. 5 of these. Inhaling that strength, exhaling to float. Inhale to raise. Exhale to float. Inhale to raise. On this last one, exhale to a chair pose. 5 breaths here. Inhale it in. Exhale it out. Inhaling in inner strength. Exhaling that strength. Inhaling your own peace. Exhaling that peace out. Inhale to go. Exhale. Inhale. Let it go. From here, we're going to inhale, raise it up. Bringing that figure 4 back, right? That a little bit of that external rotation. So we're just kind of bringing that out, and we're going to cross, right? Figure 4, floating back down. Find that inner strength. Awesome work. This is a good flow, right? We're flowing and we're standing in our mountain. I am strong. I can do hard things. Finding that inner strength. Doing hard things. Working through this swift class. Finding that flow. Inhale to rise. Shaking it out. Moving into the other side if you need to pause a moment. Woo! Getting that free rush of energy maybe. That's what I've got. Taking a little minute and really feeling all of that energy raising up, right opposite leg. Inhaling that right leg up. That little external rotation, crossing that midsection. Again, being leery, getting off that knee. Exhale, floating those eagle arms. Flowing it. Being very strong and rooted in that foot on the earth as you breathe it in. Let it go. Finding that inner strength. Letting it go. That actually feels good. Bouncing up a little bit. Going down. Find what works for you in your body. I'm always here as your guide. I'm not your know-all in your own body. Inhale, unhinging that, and the last power pose of this sequence, my friends, is going to be a warrior 3. So we're going to throw in our last flow here is a warrior 3. So we're really going to root. So you can meet me side by side, if you will. We're going to root that. If you're side by side with me, it's going to be your right foot instead of mirroring you now. So really rooting that foot into the earth, drawing energy up. I have 2 little stinkers in the kitchen. There has to be in the room, but you can hear them. They're
Stop it!
Whispering and yelling at each other. Who knows? That's all the things. So really rooting that foot into the earth and then zipping it up, right? Because this side body always likes to flop out. So we're going to inhale, raising it up. We're going to bring that heel of that left foot up towards the glute, the booty. So really find your center before you just throw your body into a pose, right? We never want to just throw our body. We want to really activate all the muscles, activate the core by drawing the navel back to the spine. And we're going to kick that heel back, back, back as we hinge the heart forward, still keeping the hips aligned with the short edge of the mat. First option is to float the arms back, but I just lost my balance, and that's okay. If you lose your balance, try again. Shake it off, root that foot, kick it back. there's 3 options with the arms here, right? You can have the arms here. There's several options. You could also, if that's not working for you, you could take the arms down on the earth like this, and you can put them up high. If you got blocks here, you can make fists. You can have books here, or you can float the arms back like an airplane. Woo! This pose is kicking my butt today, so we can do this. We can do hard things. So no matter what a pose looks like, it's going to be different every day. Sometimes we'll feel stronger, and other times we're like, I can't even do this. Just try. So airplane arms, eagle arms, or you can exhale, bringing the arms forward, really rooting that foot into the earth as you draw strength in through that foot. I am strong. Woo, this pose is getting me. It's okay. It's okay. Let's try one more time. We can do this. We can do this. I can do hard things. For me today, bringing those arms forward is kicking me in the pants. So I'm going to keep those arms back. You can even give a little bend here. We're all just people. Putting that breath in, letting that go. Unhinging, woo, shaking that out. That is so challenging, and I always have a side that's harder. How does it feel for you, right? That might have been really good for you. Sometimes I know when I do stuff like that, it really gets me discouraged, and I have to just push through and persevere and know that it's a practice, not a perfect, right? I'm just a person. We're all people. Okay, now we're gonna do the same thing on the opposite side. So if you are side to side with me here, we're gonna root that left foot, zip it up. Perhaps take a moment, visualize yourself really rooting into the earth, finding that inner strength as you draw energy up from the sole of the foot, as you root that foot, tune into the calf, the hamstrings, the booty, the core, all the way to the upper chest. So we're gonna kick that heel on the right, out, back, 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 as we hinge forward. I always have one side that's harder than the others, right? Always this one. Hinging that heart forward. Inner strength. This side is much, much more strengthened for me. How is it feeling in your body? I am strong. I am a warrior. I can do hard things. You can always catch a bind here if that feels good for you too. By interlacing palms, kissing palms. You can open that front body and squeeze the shoulder blades together. That feels really good. Awesome work. Woo! And you don't really want to float out like that, but you can. We're going to exhale, meet back that mountain. Woo! Catching all of that energy. That is what is happening for you. So it's happening for me. Really rooting yourself into the earth. And we're going to just one last time find that mountain, and we're going to just inhale. Making that mountain big and tall. Woo! And if you fall forward, that's okay, right? It's a practice. It's not a perfect. That's one thing that I really just encourage you to know. That there's no specific way that each pose needs to be. So maybe you could inhale, raising your mountain up high to the sky. Flying your arms up. Slowly exhaling down. Coming back to your center, bringing those palms, kissing palms to the heart, humbly tucking the chin and closing the eyes, and breathing a big, beautiful breath of love for yourself into your heart space. Letting love fill up around you, breathing compassion in for yourself in your human moments, and letting that compassion bubble around you and protect you today, and bringing a big breath of strength from the mountains and those positive vibrations from the mountains, and allowing all those good positive vibes to fill the space around you. Wonderful work, my friends. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I'm so grateful for you, and I appreciate you so much just showing up for you and doing you. I will see you back here.